Tonight, a constitutional earthquake. The US Supreme Court has just struck down the majority of President Trump's global tariffs, delivering a massive blow to one of the most controversial pillars of his economic agenda. What this means for America, global trade, and world markets, all coming up. In a 6-3 decision, the highest court in the United States ruled that the president overstepped his legal authority when he used an emergency powers law, the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, to impose tariffs on nearly all imports from across the globe. That's not just a setback for one policy, it's a historic affirmation of constitutional limits on executive power. Here's what happened. Trump declared a national emergency and used a Cold War-era statute from 1977, the IEEPA, to justify sweeping tariffs, including a universal 10% duty on most foreign goods and higher tariffs on key partners like China, Canada, and Mexico. But today's Supreme Court majority said that law doesn't actually authorize tariffs, because under the US Constitution, only Congress has the power to impose taxes and tariffs, unless Congress explicitly says otherwise. Wikipedia. It's not just procedural. The court openly rebuked the idea that a president can use emergency powers to regulate international trade in this way, emphasizing that the US is not at war with every nation in the world, and that emergency law shouldn't be stretched to cover broad economic policy. The ruling immediately invalidates billions of dollars in previously collected tariffs and triggers potentially massive refunds sought by businesses and states across the country. Some estimates suggest over $130 billion is now in legal limbo. The Wall Street Journal. And make no mistake, this isn't just a domestic fight. Trump's tariff strategy had global consequences, shaping trade negotiations, supply chains, and diplomatic tensions with key allies and rivals alike. With these tariffs now struck down, markets and international partners alike are reassessing the stability of US trade policy. This decision is one of the most significant checks on presidential power in decades. Conservatives and liberals alike, in the majority opinion, stressed that granting such sweeping authority to the executive branch simply because of an emergency label undermines the constitutional balance of powers. Wikipedia. But the story doesn't end here. Almost immediately after the ruling, the White House said it would pursue alternative legal avenues, including tariffs under other trade statutes like Section 301 or Section 232, to maintain pressure on foreign competitors. So while the Supreme Court ruled against the current tariff regime, the trade war itself is far from over. What do you think? Was this a victory for constitutional democracy, or will the administration simply find new paths to the same trade outcomes? Drop your thoughts in the comments and hit like and subscribe for daily global updates.